Welcome back to English Made Interesting. First, let us discuss the answers for the questions that were given in the previous video. Identify the phrases in the following sentences. The sun sets in the west. In the west is the phrase. The earth revolves around the sun. So here, around the sun is the phrase. The castle on top of the hill belonged to the wizard. On top of the hill is the phrase. Have you read the notice on the board? On the board is the phrase. The water in the pond was dirty. In the pond is the phrase. I filled the flask with hot coffee. With hot coffee is the phrase. We welcome the new year with great joy. With great joy is the phrase. I hope you all got it right. Over to the second exercise. Complete the sentences by adding a phrase to it. You can add any phrase according to your choice. I wear my watch on my wrist. I cut bread with a knife. Mary is sitting at the desk. Tom rides on his bicycle. Abu lives near my house. He left home at 12 o'clock. I hope it was easy. Now, today we will learn the types of phrases. Over to the noun phrase. What is a noun phrase? A noun phrase is a phrase that does the work of a noun in a sentence. The noun phrase does the work of a noun in a sentence. Now look at the example. I enjoy coffee. So here, I is the subject, enjoy is the verb, and coffee is the noun. Now look at the next sentence. I enjoy a hot cup of coffee. In the first sentence, the word coffee is the name of a drink and it is a noun. In the second sentence, a hot cup of coffee replaces the noun coffee and does the role of a noun. So, it is a noun phrase. Now look at the second example. She hopes to win the first prize. Here, to win the first prize is a noun phrase. A noun phrase contains a noun as well as its modifiers, like that of an adjective, or it can be even determiners. A noun phrase can also be the subject of the sentence. Now look at the example. To win the World Cup is our ambition. So here, the noun phrase is the subject of the sentence. Similarly, the red scarf will look nice. So the red scarf is the subject and it is a noun phrase. We like eating pizzas. Did you enjoy the new play? Now we'll pass on to the adjective phrase. In a sentence, when the phrase does the work of an adjective, it is known as adjective phrase. Adjectives are describing words. Now, Example, I bought a wooden table. In the above sentence, table is the noun and the word wooden describes the noun table. So the word wooden is an adjective. Now look at the sentence. I bought a table made of wood. In the above sentence, table is the noun and the phrase made of wood does the work of an adjective. So it is an adjective phrase. Now look at another example. Flowers with good fragrance have been used for decoration. The phrase with good fragrance is describing the flowers, so it is an adjective phrase. An adjective phrase must always be placed closest to the noun it describes, or we may get some silly statements. Now look at the example. The mother gave a chain to her daughter made of gold. Here, made of gold is an adjective phrase which is placed far from the noun it describes. And the sentence appears to be silly because you may be confused. What is made of gold? Is it the chain or the daughter? So now, when the adjective phrase is placed close to the noun it describes, the sentence is written as the mother gave a chain made of gold to her daughter. This makes sense, isn't it? Now, over to the exercise for practice. Form adjective phrases from the adjectives given. Now we'll pass on to the adverb phrase. A phrase that does the work of an adverb is known as adverb phrase. Adverbs are words that add more meaning to the verb. And what are verbs? They are action words like sing, dance, walk, etc. Now over to the example. Jane walked on the stage very gracefully. How did she walk? She walked very gracefully. So, very gracefully is the adverb phrase modifying the word walked, which is a verb in the sentence. Now look at the next example. She smiled in a warm manner. So, in a warm manner is the adverb phrase modifying the word smile, which is the verb in the sentence. Now look at the next example. The children played with great happiness in the garden. Here, with great happiness is the adverb phrase. Now exercise for practice. Form adverb phrases from the given adverbs. Another exercise. Replace the adverb phrase with an adverb. Now we'll pass on to the verb phrase. Verb phrases are actually verbs. We call them verb phrase because they are made of more than one verb. Example, she may not have seen this painting. May not have seen is the verb phrase. Next example, Kruti was walking to the mall. Was walking is the verb phrase. The next example, Tarun might come for the match. Might come is the verb phrase. Verb phrases are finite, which means they change according to the number, person, and tense. Example: Kriti was walking to the mall. It is in the past tense. They were walking to the mall. It's again a sentence in the past tense. Now next, Kriti is walking to the mall. So it is in the present tense. They are walking to the mall. It is again in the present tense. Now one exercise for practice. Identify the kind of phrase. We will discuss the answers in the next video. Until then, take care and stay safe.